Relax. Not like Netflix and chill, relax. I mean that dangerous calm. The kind of stillness you see in a lion's eyes before it eats the world alive. That is the gateway to manifestation, to domination, to becoming the kind of man that doesn't chase, but attracts everything. Because let me tell you something they don't teach in school, or in church, or in therapy. Power doesn't come from hustle, it comes from presence. And most men, they're loud, restless, chasing women, money, validation like dogs chasing cars. But you're here because you're tired of running. You want to know the real Stoic secret, the one that builds empires silently. Let's talk. Section 1. The illusion of chasing. See, the modern world raised you on anxiety. Wake up early, grind hard, chase success. But they never told you this. A desperate mind can't manifest anything real. You ever notice how, when you want something too much, it runs? That girl you text too much? She disappears. That job you obsess over slips through your fingers. That dream you keep forcing turns into a nightmare. Why? Because chasing is the energy of lack, and lack repels. Even a dog knows when you're scared. Women, money, power, they can smell your desperation before you open your mouth. Real manifestors, they don't chase. They sit, they breathe, they align. And the world starts bending in their direction, like metal pulled by a magnet. That's not magic. That's masculine polarity. That's Stoicism in motion. Calm, collected, calculated. Section 2. The stillness is strategy. Look around the streets. You see chaos, horns, noise, fast talkers, fake alphas yelling over each other. But power? Real power whispers. There's a reason the most dangerous men move slow. They don't flinch, because inside, they're rooted. Like a tree that's been through 100 storms. Relaxation isn't laziness, it's control. You think Bruce Lee was fast because he was frantic? Nah. He was fast because he was fluid, still inside, flowing outside. And that's what manifestation is. It ain't about saying affirmations till your throat bleeds. It's about mastering your internal climate so thoroughly that the world has no choice but to reflect it. This is why Stoicism matters. Not because it's ancient or philosophical, but because it teaches you how to stop reacting and start attracting. Section 3. The mystery behind silent manifestation. Let me take you deeper. Something they don't talk about in mainstream psychology. When you're truly relaxed, your nervous system tells your subconscious you're already safe, already chosen, already victorious. And the subconscious? That's the real genie. That's where your fate gets written. Not in words, in frequency, in silence. When you're in a state of calm detachment, your subconscious opens. It starts taking commands, not from your fears, but from your intention, from your inner authority, from your God mode. And then you start seeing results. That girl who never noticed you suddenly feels your presence before you enter the room. That money you struggled to earn starts flowing through unexpected cracks. That purpose you couldn't find shows up in dreams, signs, synchronicities, because the external bends to the internal, but only when the internal is still enough to receive. This is the hidden law, not the law of attraction, like some sugar-coated New Age TikTok nonsense, but the ancient warrior version of it, where you command reality through energetic dominance. Section 4. How to enter the state of powerful relaxation. So the question becomes, how the hell do you enter this zone? Because most men are walking trauma, tension in the jaw, shoulders tight, sleep broken, mind racing, scrolling at 3 a.m., searching for something they'll never find. So here's the real path. Not spiritual bypassing, not cope, but command. Breathe, not like a yoga girl, like a warlord preparing for battle. Deep, through your nose. Hold it. Release it slowly. Do this every morning, like your life depends on it. Because it does. Cut the noise. 90% of your anxiety is borrowed from voices that ain't even yours. Parents, exes, society. Mute them. Silence your environment, and you'll start hearing your own signal again. Move like a monk. Think like a king. Don't rush. Don't explain. Watch the room. Say little. This builds mystery. Mystery builds magnetism. Let people lean toward you. Let women guess what you're thinking. That's how kings move. They don't broadcast. They transmit. Act only from center. If you're texting her from a place of fear, don't. If you're grinding from a place of panic, stop. Wait until you're centered. Then move. And your moves will land 10 times harder. Section 5. The tests will come. But don't get it twisted. When you start relaxing into your power, life will test you. That ex will come back to poke your buttons. Money will get tight. Friends will say you've changed. You'll feel the urge to break that calm and go back to that old version of yourself. The anxious one, the needy one, the reactive one. That's the trap. Because the second you break that stillness, you go back to chasing. And the manifestation dies with it. You gotta stay seated, stay rooted, stay sovereign. The storm will rage, but you are not the storm. You are the mountain it tries to shake. Bonus secret number 1. The universe responds to identity, not wishes. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. That's the hidden game most men never decode. You can repeat affirmations all day, but if your nervous system still sees you as broke, weak, unloved, you'll keep attracting loss. Want power? Start being power. Move like you already have it. Talk slow. Walk grounded. Stop proving. Start embodying. Your external is just a mirror. Change the man in the mirror, and the world has no choice but to shift. Bonus secret number 2. The most attractive trait is emotional non-reactivity. Women test men unconsciously. Life throws curveballs on purpose, not to destroy you, but to measure you. If you flinch at every rejection, if you react every time she pulls away, if you break every time life tightens the pressure, you're not ready to lead. And women, money, and power do not follow men who break. The secret? Stay neutral. Practice stillness, even when chaos knocks on your door. Because a man who doesn't react controls the room. Bonus secret number 3. When you're truly detached, they chase you. This one will sting, because it's the opposite of what you were raised on. When you don't need her attention, she gives it. When you stop caring if the money comes, it arrives. When you stop clinging to outcomes, the universe starts handing them over. Why? Because detachment is spiritual arrogance in the best way. It tells the world, I already have everything inside me, so you can either align with that or disappear. And 90% of what you've been chasing, it'll come crawling back once you stop chasing it. Final word. Relaxation is dominance. So understand this. Relaxation ain't weakness. It's the highest form of strength. The type that bends the universe without raising your voice. The type that makes her look at you and feel something she can't explain. Be still, be sure, be dangerous in your calm. That's when you start to attract, not just women, but fate itself. If you're ready to stop chasing crumbs and start commanding your kingdom, subscribe to Darkside Demeanor right now. This isn't feel-good fluff. This is the psychology they kept hidden. This is the spirit of the Stoics, reborn in a man with fire in his eyes. Hit the bell, join the brotherhood, and walk with power. Because the man who learns to relax becomes the man the world can't ignore.